Aidan, Keanaaina.
How long did it take you to learn to spell your name?
Oh man, it took me a while. That's a great question. I know. I remember in kindergarten, they're like, "All right, Aidan." Teacher came and was like, "We're gonna take you aside and do a little extra for you." But I mean, I like to think I'm a smart kid, so I got it pretty quickly.
And how much do people butcher that name when they try to pronounce it?
You know, I don't take offense to it at this point because a lot of people, they try, and as long as they try and then they ask me, a lot of people ask me before, which I thank them for, and I just tell them, like, hey, it's Keanaaina, don't worry.
Is there one time somebody got it so far off that made you laugh, or?
Yes, there was. Like one guy, he's like, Aidan K. He didn't even try. He just stopped. He's like, Aidan K. He didn't even want to try. And I'm like, I don't blame you at all.
And you flashed out there today. Was it nice to be able to show up, and especially in a contact situation like today?
Oh, it was great. That was a great day today. You know, going out there, scrimmaging against my teammates, going against the O-line, getting better with them every day, working my craft, helping them work theirs, getting us prepared for the fall, the summer, and then the season to have a great season.
You had a bit of health challenges at Notre Dame. You feel like you're pretty much 100% these days?
I like to think I'm 100%. You know, I think these health issues that people go through, injuries, is just an obstacle you can overcome, an obstacle that you have to face, a life challenge, and then you can overcome it, come back stronger, and then it just helps you, build determination and passion for the game. Anything else?
What do you thought going up against this offensive line?
You know, they're good. This O-line is good, best in the country, I believe. You know, go against both sets, all the guys out there, they all have their strengths and, all the stuff they have to work on, same as me. And I love just working with them on a daily basis, taking on doubles from those two big inside guys and learning how some guys would jump me with great hands. Some guys are more, passive in their stance, waiting for me. And it's just getting me better every day as well as I want to get them better.
Best in the country is high praise. Do they compare favorably when you went up against the Notre Dame line?
Yeah. I don't like to say that other people are better than other.
Yeah.
I think everyone is great in their own way, and they have better talents than others. So, I like to say this Cal team, they have some things that Notre Dame O-line didn't, and some things that, they can get to that same level. And I want to help them get to that level, and I want them to help me get to another level. And it's just this relationship between offense and defensive line working out here in this spring ball and then this upcoming fall and summer that's going to get both ready for the season.
What are some of those things that you're going to be working on and that you have been working on these last few weeks?
For D linemen in the inside, those big double teams, those combos, block recognition, that's stuff that, they do super well and they work very well together. They get on each other's hips and they drive their feet. And as the D line, we got to learn how to strike our hands, extend, and work and hip into those doubles and into those combos, read those blocks. And then on the flip side, when there's one-on-one pass rush, getting those offensive guards and those tackle centers, getting them ready for guys in Florida State and who we're going to face this season, who, are going to excel at that. And so getting them ready for that one-on-one pass rush, getting ready for the combo pass rush, and just like different things like that.
What's it been like working with Coach Browning?
He's a very passionate guy. There's few coaches that strap on pads themselves and work hand in hand with us, work as an O-lineman, have us work power on him. He's very passionate and he loves his guys here, and I love working with him.
How have been the reps against Coach Browning? You still going to war with him?
Every day. He comes out here fired. His speeches before practices, always love them. Tip of the spear. He likes to say D-Day, we're the SWAT team, first ones on contact, right on that line. And he comes out here with that much energy and just gives us that energy. And he wants us to have intensity in that individual so then we're ready for those team periods.
You mentioned passion earlier. How do you feel like that has translated both from Coach Browning and yourself out onto the field?
I think with the amount of passion that he has and he shows us, it gives us passion to work hard every day. It might be practice 10 and we are, it's a long day. It can start getting hot or cold out here, but then he comes with that energy and that passion for us, and it just gets us riled up, gets us moving, gets us going through that indie, and it gets us out there on that team reps just to go and, not be afraid to make decisions and make fast decisions.
How much could a day like this kind of be a springboard for you going into the rest of the spring and into the summer?
Sorry, repeat that.
How much could a day like this, be a springboard for you going into the rest of the spring and summer?
I think it is. It can be a lot. I mean, I learn a lot from days like this. You know, team play, game play. It's a lot different than just, you know, team reps where, especially with live settings, you know, those running backs are strong and stout. So learning to rip off a block and then bring them down is another challenge than getting off a block and then tagging them. It teaches us, you know, to learn how to shed off cleanly so we can make a clean tackle instead of trying to arm tackle these really strong running backs that can break these arm tackles.
Today I thought the defense flew around. Looks like the offense can move the ball pretty well, get some speed on offense. We didn't have some of our corners and D-line playing today, but aside from that, the guys in the twos were playing hard, they were playing tough, so yeah, it looked good.
How have you approached the spring? Obviously, a bigger opportunity for yourself. How have you kind of approached it?
Yeah, it's been a huge opportunity for me to run with the ones, and focus on steadily improving, taking the coaching Coach Sermon, and then doing the best I can to help out the younger guys, and really focusing on the mental part of the game and being 100% on all my calls and alignments and such. Yeah.
For you, what's the transition been like for you, kind of making that move up to linebacker? I know it started last year, but what's it been like overall for you?
I kind of got thrown in the fire last year a little bit, going from safety to linebacker, and guys got hurt, and I got put in the game, and it gave me some experience. And with that, I'm taking it in stride, and I got the experience now, and now it's just time to really execute and be a player out there on defense.
What kind of came the quickest, and what was maybe taking some more time for you to kind of settle in at that position?
The quickest is definitely the pass game, but slowest is kind of getting familiar with being that close to the line of scrimmage and seeing the ball and being able to make plays. Kind of things like getting off blocks. I had to focus on like sled work and things like that to kind of get used to using my hands, get off blocks, something that's not really a focus as much as being a free safety. So, yeah.
How much have you had to change your body over that process?
So, yeah, when I switched from safety to linebacker, I was about 205 pounds. Last year I played just under 220, and then right now I'm at about 220. So I had to put on some mass and still able to maintain some of my speed, so that's been great. But yeah.
You've been really coming along in terms of your fits. How do you feel like you've been developing, from that safety position and then down to linebacker position and now becoming more of an attacker in that linebacker role?
It's like seeing the ball has been something I've been focusing on. Like last year, there's a time where I'm half a step late, instead of like making the tackle right in the hole or behind the line of scrimmage, making that tackle like in the backfield. So that's been a focus for me, and it's something I'm getting better at every day, is just seeing the ball and being able to make plays.
How do you feel like your safety skills, if any of them, have helped translate to your linebacker position now?
In the past game, I understand what's going on in the back end, and that helps out a ton. But it's also like foot quickness. I'm able to foot fake, get around blocks, stuff like that. Just having good feet has been extremely helpful for the linebacker position.
What's it been like working with some of those younger guys? Because there's a lot of younger guys around you.
It's been fun. It kind of reminds me of myself. I came in as an early enrollee, and I kind of taken the time to try to help those guys and set them on the right path. Because when you come in, you really don't know much, and I've had the experience now where I kind of give back a little bit. So I've been trying to give as much as I can and help them understand, tell them what they need to do. So yeah, it's been fun.